Brilliance Audio presents Destroy All Monsters, The Last Rock Novel by Jeff Jackson. Performed by Sophie Amos and James Patrick Cronin. Follow the trail of unused tickets. They are scattered along the town's shuttered storefronts, lit by sporadic street lamps, a path of yellow paper that winds down the sidewalk. They're all for tonight's show. The boy in the blue hat scoops up one and keeps walking. He nods as he reads the name of the band printed on the front. The trail leads him to an unmarked metal door. No signs indicate whether this is the entrance to the club, but the boy tugs the handle, and the heavy door swings wide. Inside the darkened space, the smell of antiseptic cleanser stings his nostrils, barely masking the residue of stale beer. The boy in the blue hat holds out his ticket, but nobody is there to take it. He finds himself in a stark concrete room that resembles a converted meat locker. It's embellished only with a wrought iron chandelier and a long tapestry hung on the wall, woven images of circling swallows and ceremonial fires. The club seems empty, but as he moves closer to the stage, the boy spots spectators dressed in black. They're clustered along the edges of the room, waxen faces peering from the shadows. At the back of the space, two bearded men in crimson robes stand over a bank of sequencers and synthesizers. They generate a lumbering beat and high-pitched wail that keeps cutting in and out of the speakers. The band mutters curses at the unseen sound man and mumbles apologies to the listless audience. They begin several times, never getting further than a few bars before something short-circuits. Finally, the song erupts from the sound system, the droning squall intensified as it recoils off the concrete walls. The stage lights brighten. The piercing frequencies grow louder. The meager audience seems stunned by the sheer magnitude of the sound. As the bearded musicians chant a wordless melody, the boy in the blue hat swivels his neck and undulates his arms through the air. It's a spastic dance, or a moment of spiritual possession, or maybe an expulsion of nervous energy. It ends as abruptly as it began. From the back of his jeans, the boy produces a revolver, takes aim, and fires. The music muffles the sound of the shots. There's only the sight of the two musicians collapsing to the floor. One of them pulls himself up by his bank of synthesizers. He's hunched over, frantically ripping the fabric of his robe. As he staggers toward the side of the stage, the boy in the blue hat shoots him in the head. There are screams of terror, probably, but the distorted sounds spilling from the speakers are louder. The boy's attention shifts from the dark pool collecting under the corpse to the other musician, who's struggling to stand. The man wobbles upright for a moment, battling to maintain his balance, but the boy shoots him in the shoulder. He topples back onto the stage, pulling his mixer with him. The boy in the blue hat finds the club is now deserted, except for a trio of teenagers huddled against the wall. A boy with a silver nose ring, a boy wearing a studded leather vest, and a girl in a red wig. They stare at him with horror and fascination. Together they watch the bearded musician make another attempt to stand, gasping and heaving as he raises himself to his knees. The boy in the blue hat turns the gun around and extends it to the teenagers. Their faces twitch and their eyes blaze. The revolver rests on the boy's palm, a gleam of polished steel, waiting to see who will accept its weight.